Good afternoon, everyone. I am attorney Catherine Henry, and I come to you from Restore Freedom with Catherine Henry to bring to you an update on the Michigan Supreme Court. A lot of you have been hearing the misinformation that's been put out there, unfortunately, by Senate Majority Leader Mike Shirkey, as well as the mainstream media, which has said that next Wednesday, September 2nd, was going to be the legislature's argument day in front of the Michigan Supreme Court. That is not the case. The legislature's lawsuit was just at the Court of Appeals level, and the Court of Appeals issued their decision a week ago this Friday. And as far as I know, neither the legislature nor the governor has filed an appeal of that decision at this point. I do have a call in, so hopefully I should receive the electronic notifications, but if not, I also have a call in on that matter, so I will let you know as soon as I do know something. Sorry, I just had somebody ask me to smile, so it's the best I got right now. So I just wanted to let you know it is not that case. Way too many people still think that it is the legislature's lawsuit against the governor. It is not. It is the case of the doctor's offices from the greater Grand Rapids area who joined in with a patient who was denied surgery. I believe it was knee replacement surgery. Because of these executive orders, those individuals all came together to be plaintiffs in a lawsuit in federal court to sue the governor, the attorney general, and the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services director. Those three were named as defendants in that case. The federal court judge essentially said, well, hey, if I can decide this on state court grounds, if the state law or state constitution can resolve this claim, then I don't really want to touch the federal issues, the federal statutes or constitution with a 10-foot pole. So I'm going to certify 2 questions down to the Michigan Supreme Court because they feel that, or that judge felt that the Michigan Supreme Court had not handled these specific questions as of yet. The 2 questions that were certified down to the Michigan Supreme Court from this federal district court are, number 1, do the governor's executive orders violate state law after April 30th? So do the emergency power laws, did the governor violate those laws after April 30th by continuing to issue executive orders? That answers obviously yes. Yes, it's a clear reading of the statutes. It's totally obvious. Okay. Number 2, the second question being answered is, do the Emergency Powers of Governor Act of 1945 and the Emergency Management Act of 1976 do they violate the state constitution? Do they violate the separation of powers and non-delegation elements of our state constitution? Put today's date on it, please. Thank you. Again, homeschooling and educating the public on Supreme Court cases. Got to multitask these days. So those are the 2 questions that are being asked. If any of you that are watching now have watched me in the past or read my briefs, you know that the answers are both a resounding yes, 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 yes. The governor certainly is violating state law by issuing executive orders after April 30th. Period. No doubt about it. There's no reasonable way to dispute it, quite honestly. I don't care how many attorneys argue against it. I don't care if 2 of the 3 Court of Appeals judges seem to think that that's the way it goes. The law is very, very clear, and we don't get to cherry pick it. If I don't get to cherry pick which laws I want to follow, you don't get to do that, and neither does the governor nor the Court of Appeals judges. On the second point, the Supreme Court, as to the constitutionality, the state constitutionality of the Emergency Powers of Governor Act of 1945 and the Emergency Management Act of 1976, both are blatantly unconstitutional as written, certainly as applied, but definitely as written. For anybody to be able to go in as a governor, whether it's the legislature or the governor, that part doesn't really matter in the sense that it's all unconstitutional. If any government agency can shut down the ability of people to move around, shut down the ability of people to simply go to work in general, haven't committed any kind of crime, they just want to go to work, they just want to receive medical care, they just want to buy things from a store, that is not constitutional in a variety of ways. And many of you have read my briefs or seen my videos. There's endless ways that the actions of any kind of government officer or agency or a branch of government trying to do that to us violates our constitutional rights, as well as the constitutional limitations placed upon governments. So in any event, the big update, I'll help you with that in just a minute, okay? The big update, here, let me see that, Ems. If anybody would like to stick around, the next video we can learn about measurement for 6-year-olds. Or for the average American, because many people do not know how many cups are in a pint, or how many pints are in a quart, or how many quarts are in a gallon. But in all seriousness, the update you have all been waiting for is that the Michigan Supreme Court said today, and the link is in there to the news release, or no, it's not really a news release, but the updated notice from the Supreme Court is that the hearing that would have been scheduled for, or was scheduled for, next Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. with the Michigan Supreme Court is now going to be heard on September 9th at 9:30 a.m. with the Michigan Supreme Court. And my understanding is it is still by Zoom. Everything is still going to be the exact same way, unfortunately, but that is the case. So Wednesday, September 9th at 9:30 a.m. is when the Michigan Supreme Court will be hearing the oral arguments related to the case where those doctor's offices and the patient have sued the governor, the attorney general, and the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services director in a federal case. That case isn't being finally decided next week. That's just the time for oral argument to be heard. So the plaintiff's attorneys have 30 minutes of oral argument time. The attorney for the governor and the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services director has 20 minutes of oral argument time. The attorney for whichever attorney is representing the attorney general's office has 20 minutes of oral argument time. And I have been granted 5 minutes of oral argument time as an amicus. Not representing anybody in any official capacity, rather than just the interests of our state and U.S. Constitution, as well as our the interests of the people of the state of Michigan, who have largely not had a voice so far in front of the Michigan Supreme Court. So with that being said, that's actually the only bit of update I really have. So I'm going to scroll real quick to see if there are any questions. I am exhausted. I've worked every single day for the last April, May, June, July, August, 5 months. Every single day, not taking a single day off for my birthday, my husband's birthday, Memorial Day. I won't take Labor Day off, I'm sure. did I say Mother's Day, Father's Day? I can't even remember. I haven't taken a day off because we need to do something and we need to do something now. But in any case, it changed to a week later because of thank you. But yes, it changed to a week later because of a logistical need that arose. I'm not sure that I'm at liberty to discuss. It basically was related to assistance that was needed, and the person that could be providing the assistance was somehow unavailable because of COVID. So, yes, the extension does give us more time to pray. That is a very good point. So the September 2nd hearing has been moved to September 9th. Yes, that is correct. Well, I would be able to sleep a little better at night and be able to take a little bit better care of myself, honestly, if I had a lot more prayer and if I had a lot more volunteers. Anybody, people who are retired, people who are homeschooling parents, people who are farmers or doctors or lawyers or teachers or garbage truck drivers, postal carriers, you name it. So that is, I need the help of everybody. And what do I need help with? Well, I definitely could use help in processing all the requests I'm getting for people, you know, for help with the legal side of things. But yeah, I'd like a vacation. Um, but I definitely need help with having more circulators and captains all across the state for our Restore Freedom Initiative petition. We are trying to amend the Constitution of the state of Michigan, and we can't do it alone. We need 425,059 good signatures within 180 days. We got the first signature, which was mine, on May 30th. That means we have until Thanksgiving Day to turn in those signatures. So obviously, we're not going to wait until the day that the government offices are closed. But we have that 180 days to get those signatures, and we need to do that. We can do that, but we need to all do our part. So whether you get one petition sheet and make sure that you have at least 9 people that you have encountered in your life that you have tried to ask, you know, if they say no, they say no. If they say why would I sign that? Tell them what your freedom means to you. Tell them why no governor, no legislator, no judge should ever be able to take away your rights. Why no one should ever have to force you to wear a mask, to live and breathe and get medical care. Why children should not be forced to wear to wear masks in order to receive schooling or medical care or ABA therapy or physical therapy. Why rape victims or you know, veterans with PTSD should not have to suffer because they are fired from their jobs or they are denied services because they cannot wear a mask. Of course, there's other non-mask related issues. Bob Wilson, if you want to contact us, I don't know if I know already where you are located, but I would love to have your help in a variety of ways. So if you want to put your information, we have a volunteer sign up sheet on our website, restorefreedomkh.com. I would love to have your help. So if you want to give us your email or your phone number, what your interest might be in being able to help us, there are 1,000,001 ways that we could use your help. Absolutely. So the Supreme Court is not blowing us off. It is related to, I'm just going to put it this way. There is someone within the court system who has a disability that the disability requires something that cannot be provided without the assistance of an additional person, and that additional person, because of COVID in some way, is unavailable next Wednesday, but they would be available the next week. So I do not at all think that this is the court pushing this out, or shrugging the whole issue off, or saying in some way that it's not important. Not at all. That's not what the Supreme Court is doing with this. How can you pick up petitions? Yes, the petitions do need to be filled out by county, so that's why I always like to give people at least a few, even if they only plan on getting a few signatures, because you never know. Somebody could live just right outside of county lines and have to sign a totally different petition. You can pick up petitions by, quite honestly, the easiest way, restorefreedomkh.com, restorefreedomk as in Catherine, H as in Henry.com. There's a button for petitions that kind of gives you some information there. You can click on, once you're trained to go as a circulator, which is a simple click of basically two buttons, one to watch a 12-minute video and one to fill out the form, so we just know how to communicate with you and give you updates. Once you do those two things, you can connect with one of our captains. You can go to the Contact Us page, and Captains is the very first link right there. You can find your closest captain, and they can make sure to get you petitions. Otherwise, we have signing locations and various signing events on our calendar. So anytime we are somewhere where there's a bigger event going on, we would be more than happy to give you petitions if you happen to be out and about and available for something like that. For example, when I just spoke at the Thin Blue Line Second Amendment rally that we had in Lansing a couple Fridays ago, we handed out a lot of petitions to various circulators who happened to be in the area for that event. So absolutely, we can get you signatures that way. Let's see. Yeah, she's bored of her schoolwork, so she was making a debut. Let's see. That's awesome, Sandy. 30 to 80 signatures a week at various signing events. That is amazing. Yeah, please keep that up. We definitely need people like you out there collecting signatures. Will I be in Traverse City? Oh. Yes, I would love to have you help us. It probably won't be as much fun as coaching football, but we would love to have you. Will I be in Traverse City? I'm assuming you mean this weekend. I think it was this weekend. I honestly don't know. Lori, if you're watching this video, you want to tell me if I'm going to be in Traverse City? I rely on Lori, our wonderful events. Yes, a bigger kind of event in Macomb County. Randy, do you want to be the one to coordinate that event? I would love to show up to an event over there. In fact, we have captains over there who would be more than willing to help you. And oh, Friday at 5 tomorrow. No, I assume you're not talking about Macomb County. You must be talking about Traverse City. Sorry, we're starting to get so many questions. I can't keep up. Yes, I would. You can do that in the kitchen, honey, as long as you're saying the words, so you know what you're doing with it. Multitasking, gotta love it. If you know what? Hold on, I have my phone here. Let me see if she's got some on my calendar. Tomorrow. I thought for sure there was something I was supposed to be at this weekend, but no, I don't see. Oh, what? Possibly Muskegon. I might be in Muskegon tomorrow. Otherwise, the following weekend, possibly speaking in Lansing on Saturday the 5th. And I don't know when the Traverse City thing is, so I'm not sure about that. Um, so Randy, if you would like to also contact our events coordinator, she could help get you set up with a variety of people that are good at doing that. Oh, Lori is on there. Lori, if you can connect with Randy, Randy Richards is the Facebook profile name. If you want to connect with her to make sure we can, I believe that was her that said we need to have something in Macomb County. Um, yes. So I would love to come over there and oh, Howell. Tomorrow? I don't have that on my calendar. Um, it's possible that I'm in Howell tomorrow. So, yeah, I don't know. Guess I'm talking to Lori later about that. Um, let's see. 2 events in Traverse City, Vice President visits, and Unlock Michigan. You know, my invitation from Unlock Michigan must have gotten lost in the mail. Um, or I bet Garrett just inadvertently mixed up my address. So I don't think I'll be able to make it to that one. But if there is something, an event going on that somebody would like me to be at in Traverse City, I am more than willing to attend if there's not something already going on. Um, okay. Local flash announcement, if you will. I'd pay to get one published in Marshall. Generic announcement. Steve, if you could reach out to us, I'm not sure exactly what you're looking for. Um, so, yeah, so Steve Sanchez, I'm going to give you the email address. Um, okay. I just put an email address out there, restorefreedomah@gmail.com. I have to remember what the question was now. Steve Sanchez. Oh, yes, a generic announcement for local publications. That would be a good point of contact off the top of my head for that. Depending on what you really mean by that, I can certainly put something together for you if it's not something we already have put together. I have put together various press releases. We have several announcements coming out every day that we put that are shorter that we put on social media, but I'm assuming you might mean somewhere in between the length that we typically post and what we've done as a longer press release. So I'm just going to have you connect with that person. That is Andrea. Her email is restorefreedomah.com. Excuse me, restorefreedomah at gmail.com. So if you can connect with her, Steve, that would be great. So a um I'm not sure if this is no the I mean um I can't type and answer at the same time. Okay, so trying to make sure I cleared up everything. There is an email account, restorefreedomkh at gmail.com, but the one I was talking about is restorefreedomah at gmail.com because Andrea has kind of been our point person for some of those things, connecting with newspapers and radio. And so, depending on what you're looking for, she would be the best point person for that because she might already have something put together. Otherwise, she and I and the team can work together to get something out to you. Um, correct, it is not. That's why I wanted, it's not a typo. That's why I wanted to make sure that that I, cleared up that it wasn't. Um, Okay. So it looks like those are all the questions. Thanks so much, guys. Make sure to stay engaged and stay involved. September 9th at 9:30 is the Michigan Supreme Court hearing. The prior posts I've done have information as well as the documents I've posted on the restorefreedomkh.com website resources tab, and then documents. And you'll see the documents from the government, from the Michigan Supreme Court with those notices. So if you go to the Michigan Supreme Court's YouTube channel, that's where you'll be able to watch the hearing as it's taking place, the oral arguments. I believe I am second on that. I want to say that it is the plaintiff's attorneys that will be arguing first, and they get 30 minutes. And then I come after that. So in theory, right around 10 o'clock is when I will be making my arguments to the Michigan Supreme Court on Wednesday, September 9th. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.